What's up guys, you're back with TechNick, and today we have a speed test between the Galaxy Note 10 Plus and iPhone 11 Pro Max, which are both ridiculously expensive. The Samsung comes paired with 12 gigs of RAM and a Snapdragon 855 octa-core 7nm chipset under the hood, whereas the iPhone comes paired with 4 gigs of RAM and an Apple A13 Bionic chip with 7nm plus technology in it, which is a hexa-core chip. The Samsung has a WQHD plus panel as well as the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and I've also removed animations on both phones to keep things as accurate as possible. Now, throughout the test, we are going to be using my trained little finger over here, so to keep things accurate, we're going to be using my GoPro footage, the bottom left hand corner, so keep an eye out for that. Guys, this is TechNick, and without further ado, let's go. Okay, so we're going to start with round one over here, guys, which involves a boot test. And as you guys can see at the bottom right and left hand corner, the iPhone is slightly quicker, just 1 second quicker with the boot. And when refreshing apps, when first going into the phone, we have the iPhone going into all its apps a hell of a lot quicker, giving it its second point in round one over here. Now we're going to do face unlock. There is no fingerprint unlock with the iPhone, so we're pretty much just looking at the top of the screens here for the little unlock icons over there. And the iPhone has gotten best 2 out of 3 there, and now best 3 out of 3 once again. So iPhone is a little bit quicker when it comes to facial unlocking over there. Of course, with the Samsung, you can go straight into the phone if you want to, but we don't have that option for iPhone. So to keep things as accurate as possible, I had to change the Samsung to stay on the lock screen. This is going to be round one, going from camera down the way, round two going from camera all the way down to PUBG over there, guys. We're going to start with camera here. The Samsung flips it around quicker and opened it up quicker, and now we're going to go ahead and take a snap over here, guys. And when I do take a snap, I have definitely slowed down the clip a lot, and given the point of the Samsung, since the picture actually reloaded in the thumbnail at the bottom left hand corner a lot quicker on the Samsung, whereas the iPhone actually snapped the photo quicker, so Samsung actually processed the entire everything a lot faster there. Now going into calculator, it was pretty much a tie over there, guys. So we have 3 points ahead now, 4 points ahead on the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus as opposed to the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Now guys, honestly, the iPhone only has a third of the RAM on the Note 10 Plus at just 4 gigs compared to 12 gigs of RAM on the Note 10 Plus. You would think that that is a massive difference. Honestly, I don't think there's much of a difference between 8 gigs and 12 gigs of RAM. If I'm honest, on a smartphone, as of yet, maybe it'll make a big difference in the future, as with computers, as with PCs. When I do some gaming on my PC, there is quite a big difference between 8 and 16 gigs of RAM. So I don't think there's too many strenuous activities that you're going to be doing on your smartphone that actually require so much RAM. Maybe if you use a program such as Adobe Rush, but even then the iPhone is a little bit quicker because it has an SSD on it, as you guys will see in a minute. We are in Photoshop right now, and we're gonna go ahead and open up a photo. The Samsung just nabbed its double-digit points in round 2 with 10 points over there, and we're gonna go ahead and export both of them to our camera roll and gallery. And the Samsung saved the photo slightly quicker. Surprise, surprise, I don't think so. UFS 3.0 storage is pretty great for small files like those, but now we're going to move on to a bigger file with Adobe Rush. Now, both of them, well, the iPhone opened it up quicker, the Samsung opened it up quicker, but didn't load the image, so I'm going to give it tied points over there, guys. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I did wait for a while to see what would happen, so I just gave it tied points over there. Going into the project itself, the iPhone was quicker, so the iPhone seems to be a little bit more optimized for Adobe Rush over here. And now we're going to go and export this clip. This is a native 4K clip. We're going to export it at 4K 25 frames per second. And I have sped this up a lot, as you guys can see, 300% sped up right now, and it just took the iPhone 14 seconds on NVMe storage. Now I've sped it up 1600 times, and we did 1 minute and 18 seconds with UFS 3.0 storage. Guys, it is a massive difference between having an SSD in your phone on the iPhone and just cell phone UFS storage on the Samsung over here. So the iPhone is slowly catching up now, just 4 points behind the Samsung over here. And as I was saying with the RAM earlier, guys, iPhone can get away with it because all their technology inside their phone is Apple made, and the optimization, they pretty much make their hardware with their software, so they really know what they're doing when it comes to optimizing their phone. Samsung is one of the best optimized Android phones, I must say, I've ever used. Everything just runs really smooth. You're not going to notice much of a difference between these two phones on day-to-day usage. It just depends on what you prefer, if you prefer Android or iOS. I personally actually enjoy both of them for different reasons, but if I'm going to use one as my daily driver, I always tend to go back to Android because of just the sheer sky's the limit to the whole situation of using your phone, and YouTube started up quicker there on the Note 10 Plus and also played a video a lot quicker as well. So I'm not sure if that's important to you guys. We're going to be jumping into Netflix here. The Note 10 Plus opened it quicker to our profiles, but the 11 Pro Max actually went into Netflix quicker. So once again, it's a bit of a toss-up between the two. One is always quicker than the other, and honestly this test is not pointless because yeah, are you gonna buy a phone because it's 1 second quicker or a millisecond quicker when opening up an app? No, you're not going to, but this is just to show you the raw specs of how powerful something is, and that is why benchmarks happen, and that is why I do my speed tests. So if there's anything you guys have to offer me, any comments down below as into any suggestions on how you would want me to change the test, I'm always constantly striving to improve, so let me know in the comment section down below. But as of right now, we have 5 points lead with the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus in round 2, as opposed to the 15 points of the 11 Pro Max, which is still not bad. Only 2 points behind with the total score on the iPhone over there. Opening up Temple Run, I did speed it up slightly. I don't want to keep you guys here for 30 seconds waiting for Temple Run. We did snag that point with the Note 10 Plus over here, guys, and the Realme X2 Pro actually destroyed the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the Note 10 Plus, so it will be really interesting to see what actually happens between these two over here, since the Realme has gone against both of them and it cost a quarter of the price of both of these phones. So the iPhone 8 seconds quicker on PUBG when opening it up, so it got its last points over there, putting it at 5 points behind in round 2 and just 2 points behind in total. Now we're going to go from PUBG all the way back up to camera. This is not so much RAM management, though I guess you could kind of bear that in mind and keep it at the back of your head while we do this. This is so much about opening up the apps quicker, going backwards, going into apps that we have already opened. So we want to see how much faster the phones open up the apps to get back into them, back where you were earlier when flicking between other apps. And so far, the Note 10 Plus is 1 point ahead of the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Now 2 points ahead, seems to be doing a lot better on games when opening and reopening apps on the Samsung over there. When it comes to opening Chrome, Note 10 Plus once again, guys, I can assure you that I have gone over these clips over and over and over again 6 times, really slowed the footage down to really accurately give a point to each individual device. I've also taken into account my finger tapping speed at the bottom left hand corner there with the GoPro footage to try be as accurate as possible. Hopefully I can get my hands on a machine where this can be even more accurate. That would be really interesting to see, like other channels have incorporated, but I think that this method is as good as a human error hand can be. I am trying here, and so far so good for the Samsung over here. Now 7 points ahead in round 3. Going into Photoshop Express, the iPhone nabbed that point with just 6 points behind. And now we're going to jump into Spotify here, where the Samsung takes an undeniable lead over there, guys, with double the points in round 3. Now we're going to go into some system apps over here. Settings, faster on the Note 10 Plus. Phone, faster on the Note 10 Plus. We're going to jump into calculator over here, which is faster on the Note 10 Plus. And then we're going to jump into our photo app over here, which is faster on the Note 10 Plus. And they kept the photo open. And camera, once again, Note 10 Plus still facing the right way, still opening up quicker. Guys, the total points, 38 points on the Note 10 Plus as opposed to 25 points on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Both phones are absolute beasts if you ask me, but if I had to choose one, I'm pretty sure you know the answer right now. Though, guys, these are incredible phones, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this test as much as I did making it. Until next time, guys, this is TechNick.